When I first moved into Mr. Bakari's house, I thought I had won the Lagos jackpot. A room that big, with tiled floors, running water, and only 150,000 naira a year. In Surulere, unheard of. It was a polite old man with peppered hair, glasses that slid down his nose, and a habit of clearing his throat before every sentence. No noise, no late visitors, he warned when I signed the agreement. That's all I asked. That's what he said. I nodded eagerly. After months of jumping from one overcrowded hostel to another, I couldn't believe my luck. But my luck would not last. The first night was peaceful, the second too. But by the third, I noticed something odd. Inside the wardrobe, hidden at the back, was a tiny airbrush. Not mine, a pink one, with strands of silky hair tangled in the teeth. I shrugged it off, maybe left behind by the last tenant. But then under the bed, I found a broken silver anklet, and behind the curtain, a small notebook with the initials TB scribbled on the first page. My skin prickled. What are the last tenants left these things behind? And why in such a hurry are they left it behind? One evening, I sat outside with Mama Chika, the nosy woman who sold akara by the gate. She asked how I was settling in. I mentioned the things I had found. Her eyes dazzled towards the landlord's flat. Then she leaned close, voice low. My daughter, you are in that room? I frowned. What do you mean by that room? She shook her head quickly, lips sealed. Nothing. Just be careful. That night I couldn't sleep. I tone replayed in my head. That room? Days passed, I tried to ignore the unease. But one afternoon, while returning from class, I noticed something strange. Mr. Bakari's main flat has a side door, always locked. I had never seen anyone going in or out. Yet from inside, faint music sometimes floated out. Old scratchy ally songs. Curiosity gnawed on me. One evening, I pressed my ear to the door. What I heard made my screen crawl. A man's voice, soft and trembling, whispering, Don't leave me again. Tolani, please don't go. Tolani. The initials in the notebook. TB. It was Mama Chika who finally told me. She pulled me aside one morning, her eyes heavy. Years ago, the landlord had a daughter, Tolani Bakari. Beautiful girl. She died young. Car accident. Since then, every tenant he brings into that room, they all looked like her. My stomach dropped. So what happened to them? Mama Chika's voice trembled. Some left in the middle of the night. Some never came back for their things. None stayed more than a few months. My mind reeled. The brush, the anklets, the notebook. They weren't random leftovers. They were pieces of the girls who came before me. Girls who reminded him of Tolani. That night, as I locked my door, I heard a knock. Soft, slow. 3 times. When I opened it, Mr. Bakari stood there smiling faintly, his glasses catching the dim bulb lights. You remind me so much of my Tolani, he said quietly. Before I could answer, it held out a dress, white, lacy, old-fashioned. This was ours. You should have it. It will look perfect on you. My hands shook as I took it. His eyes glistened, not with malice, but with grief so deep it had twisted into something else. That was the night I decided I had to leave. I packed before dawn. The wardrobe, the bed, the walls felt very suffocating, like they were holding echoes of all the girls before me. When I wheeled my box out, Mr. Bakari was standing at the gate. He didn't stop me. He just looked at me with hollow eyes and said, They all leave me, just like she did. Then he turned and walked back into his flat, humming an old highlife song. I never returned. Sometimes what looks like a blessing carries shadows you cannot see. Cheap rent, easy offers, smooth smiles, all may hide pain too heavy for you to carry. In life, listen to your instincts. If a place,
Tell me
person,
what you
or
learned in the
situation
comment
feels wrong,
section and
don't
subscribe
wait
for
for
more of
evidence.
this.
Leave.